Hello everyone, welcome to Talking, a program where we share stories of people who are changing the world. Behind every successful person, there is a mindset that propelled them to live that successful life. And at Talking, we want to bring those people closer to you so that you can be able to listen to their stories of perseverance, their stories of overcoming limitations and also challenges with the keywords of happiness and also challenge. Today, we have Ndiema. Everyone knows him as a media personality, but behind his life, how does he challenge and also overcome his limitation? What is the philosophy of his life? Today, he shares his story in our first segment, and we'll have a sit down together with him and also continue with conversation. Please welcome Anthony Ndiema.
Well, my name is Anthony Ndiema. I am a media personality. I'm also a communications professional. I am a father of 4 children, all under 10 years old. Quite some work right there. I also do business, media business. So we do corporate communications as well as audiovisual production. So we'll do documentaries. We'll also do live streaming, commercials, both TV and radio. So that is a package we do as a business, a separate entity that we do as a business, a company called Inspired Age Limited. Beyond that, I am also a teacher. My training is actually in teaching. I went to the university, studied teaching. So I also teach. I teach media communications in the university. And it's always a joy to get to have an opportunity to teach, because the beauty about teaching is that it is not just about imparting knowledge, but you also have an opportunity, a great opportunity to impact life skills in the young people you get to engage in. So always a privilege, always an honor to get to engage and speak into young minds beyond the knowledge they're getting in class. That there is much more that they need, the soft skills, relationships that they can tap into, networking. How do they engage beyond the classroom so that they become great leaders in the days to come? So that's briefly about myself. I am a born-again Christian. So I do both TV and radio, that's audiovisual. I've been doing this for the last about 17 years. It's been a joy, being in the media and just imparting, inspiring and engaging and making sure that every day you live, someone has gotten something. It could be 1 or 2 people, but that particular audience has gotten something that will help them, now and even in the days to come. Of course, it's come with its own challenges. And there are days, for example, I do radio every morning, 4 to 6, every morning, weekday morning. So that means that I have to wake up at 2:45. And sometimes when you wake up, you're done. That's it. You'll sleep at 11, that same day, 11 p.m. So it's a challenge. There are days you wake up and you say, oh my God, I am not waking up anymore. This is the last one. But every time you keep realizing that there's impact that comes with that, you get impetus and you get re-energized to wake up again tomorrow and go and do it and do it. Sometimes you do it for free, but you keep doing it knowing that someone is actually getting something right there. Allow me to share some of through my journey, some of the things that have really been of encouragement to me, but have also helped me in this journey and in this process. First of all, God has to be at the center of it all. I go to places and people ask me, how have you been doing, gospel programs for this 17 years? And we've not had scandals, issues. You have not been mentioned here and there. Sijuli patikana wapi. And I tell them, as long as God is at the center, then your inspiration is right there, because you know exactly why you're doing this. It is not because of the money. The money is good. It helps you to do many things. But you also know that there are many people who could be gifted, or rather who are gifted to do this. But then you are actually mandated to do it because God trusted you with something. And so because God trusted you with something, you have to be a good steward of the gifting that God trusted you. Allow me to share a story, my own story. And these are some of the things that, you know, we get to learn and understand that it's been a process and a good process of learning. Sometimes very low moments, sometimes high moments. So I grew up with a father who is an engineer to date, mechanical engineer. And my mother was a nurse in a mission hospital. So growing up, my elder brother was very, very good in sciences, very good in sciences, mathematics, physics, chemistry, you know, name it all. I was terrible when it came to sciences. So I would do well in, you know, English, history, social sciences, and social studies, and so on. So after, when I joined high school, my brother was just a year ahead of me. He was doing very well. He could get 98 in maths, you know, 97, 92 was actually the lowest we ever saw him getting, even in high school. And of course, later on, he went and became a mechanical engineer. But my line was terrible. I used to get 28. There were days I would get a 2% in maths. And my father used to ask, where do you come from? Whose child are you? Are you my child or are you another person's child? Because our line has people who are doing sciences and, you know, very well. But I kept going. It was very hard. It was tricky. But then a moment just before I finished my high school, I was able to break through, and God came through very, very in a special way. I applied some of the things I was being taught. And then eventually I was able to do well, averagely well. So I was an average student. I went to the university to study education. I took, of course, subjects English and literature in KU. And this is where things started changing and the lessons start coming in here. When I was in fourth year, I was in the Christian Union. So we organized a careers day. And during the careers day, we brought in quite a number of professionals who came to speak to us. One of the professionals was a media professional. So during the day, of course, we were in a plenary session. In the afternoon, we broke out into seminars. So there was a seminar for media. I couldn't attend because I was part of the committee that was organizing this. So what happened is that, you know, I was moving around just checking if everything is moving on well. But when I got to that room, there was only one person. I said, let me go in just to cover, you know, the shame, so that at least we had 2 or 3. Another friend of mine joined me, so we were 3 of us. And this gentleman called Peter Ndiema spoke to us in that particular room. He spoke to us. At the end of his talk, he told us, I'm not just here to talk to you about media, but I'm also here to look out for talent, to search for talent. Is there any of you who wants to join media? Then, that was 4th year, I was just finalizing school. But then, before that, towards the end of my studies, I got such a passion to do media and more so to be a radio presenter. I used to listen to Hope FM, and I wanted to be like a lady called Tina. So that passion was driving. I didn't know how I would get there. So when he mentioned, does any one of you want to join media? I was, you know, very fast, and I took his briefcase, you know, escorted him to the car, asked for his card. He told me, I'm going to South Africa. I'll be back in a month. So let's talk. I couldn't wait for the month. And this is one of the lessons that are very key as you desire to grow in your line, as you desire to grow in your career, in whatever you're doing. You cannot sit back and just wait. You have to go and get it. It is very important to have a confidence to network and go and get it. So the following day at 11 a.m. I called Peter, say, hi, good morning, Peter. My name is Anthony. We met yesterday in KU. Do you remember me? He said, yeah, of course I remember you. I told you to call me after a month. I said, sorry, sir, I'll call you after a month. Day 2, after that, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for a month. I was thinking that opportunity will go. So I called him again, almost the same time, 11. Good morning, Mr. Peter. I called you yesterday. My name is Anthony Ndiema. We met at K. You called me yesterday. I told you to call me after a month. I said, I'm sorry, sir. Day 3, 11. Something was just boiling in me. Please call the man so that this opportunity doesn't go. I couldn't. I said, let me behave. By 2 p.m., I couldn't hold myself. I called him and said, Mr. Peter, I am so sorry, I'm persisting. But he said, Anthony, you're too persistent. Too persistent. He said, go to Mombasa. There's a lady called Sheila. There's a radio station called Baraka FM. Talk to her. And I'll put in a good word. So at that point, persistence helped. At that particular point, persistence helps. Persistence, helped. I packed my bags. One of my friends who was in that room with Peter and Amini, we went to the course. We did not know anyone. But we just said, this is a faith journey. We really want to do this radio thing. Let's go. As we look out for a school for our teaching practice, we found a school. We went to the station. We met Sheila. Sheila was excited. She said, wow, you guys are very confident. What are you here to offer? And we said, we are here to offer things you have never heard in this radio station. So, we have never studied radio. We are very confident. And she told us, go to the studio and record something. Listen to this. There was a confidence we had. And we really wanted this thing. We were so passionate about it. We went to the studio. We recorded a comedy piece. We were called later on. Everyone was sitting in a boardroom and they played the piece. After they played it, everyone clapped. And Sheila said, this is what we have been looking for. And right there, we got into media. It's been 17 years later. So persistence, but just beyond the persistence, there was a confidence we had. And that confidence was not just a confidence from anywhere else. It was also faith that this thing is possible. But beyond the faith, we made sure that we were excellent. When we went to record, thank God we were prepared. So when the opportunity came, we dived into the opportunity and recorded an excellent piece. And right there, we got a job. And it's been an exciting journey, just inspiring, encouraging, speaking to God's people. And in the process, we have also been impacted ourselves. So my encouragement to all of us is that in this journey, there are a lot of mishaps, sometimes false starts. Sometimes you wonder, will I ever make it? But it will be very important for you to trust the process. Trust the process. But as you trust the process, you need to trust God, all right? It is a dream in you. Go for it. Don't stop. Go for it. Knock the doors you need to knock. Network the right way you need to network. When the opportunity comes your way, do it excellently. Don't do it because you're just doing it. Whether you're paid at that moment or you're not paid, do it like you're earning $1 million, because that will be your success even in the days to come. All right, so that's my journey briefly. God bless you. I wish you well in all the opportunities and the challenges that come and what comes your way. May you be excellent in it, and may you be a leader where God plants you. Be a great steward, and that will be a blessing today and tomorrow. God bless you.